Well, hey there, and welcome to another Bell Mathwin Minecraft 1.14 tutorial. Today, we're going to take one of our old inventions, the tree farm, and we're going to add a little flair to it. Alright, so this is what we used to use. We used to grow the trees, comparator took the signal, fired all these pistons, squashed the leaves, all the saplings dropped down into hoppers and into a chest. A whole lot of redstone. Simple redstone, but still a whole lot of redstone. So I've changed our tree smasher into our tree sploder. Now this tree farm works pretty much in the same way as the other one. We're going to get saplings to drop down into hoppers that are underneath these carpets and into our own inventory. We've only got to place 4 TNT at a time, which honestly is no problem at all if you have a mob farm in your world. We're still using the same row of 10 trees. We're still pulling a lever that's going to make all of them grow up. And we're still not wasting any bone meal. You can see right there, no bone meal is being wasted. No bone meal is being used while the tree is in front of the dispenser. Only when it's a sapling. If there's nothing there, nothing gets used. If there's a tree there, nothing gets used. If there's a sapling there, it'll use bone meal until the sapling grows up. So we turn that off. We click that button. We wait a couple of seconds. We click that button. And there we go. Every time we do this, we're going to be left with all of the bottom row of blocks, but that is because we don't want our dispensers in the blast range. So we'll come back up here. We'll place all of our TNT in those 4 spots again, collect whatever saplings we can get our hands on, and the hopper will do the rest. So as you can see, it does about a stack every time. And we've still got some saplings to come down. We've still got a couple of saplings up there that we can grab. But I was averaging pretty well. So we collected our saplings, we collected our logs, we just placed down 4 more TNT into the designated centers. We got about a stack of logs out of that. It took what, 10 seconds? Not bad at all. It works on 5 of the 6 different tree types. Surprisingly enough, it works on jungle. And here's the unexpected find. It works on dark oak trees as well. And a 1. And a 2. This is what I collected for each one of those runs. 1 cycle through, only 4 TNT, and each run took like 10 to 20 seconds. So really not bad at all for about a stack of wood. Not to mention the fact that you get some saplings back. Not always the full 10 that you used, but you also wind up sometimes getting a surplus. Especially if you let the leaves that are still up there that didn't get blown up despawn, or if you break them yourself. That's kind of what these hoppers are down here for. And I ran each one of these a bunch of different times, and the results always came back with about a stack of each. So, and almost always enough to replant. Except for jungle saplings. They never have worked very well with anything other than the 2x2s. I'm going to do a quick panning over the top view of all this so that it's easy to count out the blocks that you might need and where you're going to place them. But if you find yourself enjoying this video at any time, consider leaving a like, comment, subscribe. Always appreciated. And if you'd like to be notified whenever I put out one of these tutorials or whenever I get back to my Let's Play series, hit the little notification bell, and as always, it's very appreciated. This is just a hobby. I'm not getting paid for this. It's just something I do with my spare time, and I have fun doing it. and I hope you guys have fun watching it. Anyway, back to the build. Alright, so first order of business, I've marked out a grid so you can pause the screen and easily see what blocks you need and where to place them. I also have a list right here. I used 14 dirt, 2 observers, 1 sticky piston, 10 dispensers, a lever, 2 stone buttons. You could use wood if you wanted. 54 hoppers, 30 redstone, 16 repeaters, 4 chests, 4 stairs of your choice, about 2 stacks of blocks of your choice, 23 carpets if you want to cover up your hoppers, and what is that, about 104 or 114 obsidian. With 1 layer down from the ground, you're going to have a row of 10 repeaters and a row of 10 redstone behind them, with an observer with its tail end facing into the redstone and its face over here. And then you have a sticky piston, which I'm going to have to go grab now, facing another observer, which a sticky piston will extend and retract. And that gets all 10 of them blinking nice and fast. On top of the solid block in front of the repeaters, we have a line of 10 dispensers, all nice and filled up with all the bone meal. Once again, this entire farm will work much better once you have a mob farm in your world. Then you'll have access to all the bone meal and all the gunpowder. I did a 3x3 of hoppers, all leading to that chest. Went out a few, and came back, went out a few, came back, and I have these ones at the very end for leaves despawning at the end for extra saplings. Right in front of the dispensers is a row of 10 dirt, and I have these 2 little sections right here and right here on the 3rd and 4th, or no, the 2nd and 3rd, 8th and 9th dispensers. Those are for the dark oak saplings. And I'll give you a nice aerial shot of that. You should be able to see everything and count off. That's why I used the quartz blocks and the andesite blocks. Not because they're pretty, just because they're easy to count. And then moving on along the lines, the next layers that you're going to be messing with are going to be hoppers. If you choose, you can do a row of hoppers going into the back of the dispensers. Let me go ahead and grab one of those. So we're just going to place them on every one of these dispensers, followed by a second row, just because it gets it nice and away from the blast radius. And then one row on top of the end, and then all the others on top facing the end there. So on top of the sticky piston that pushes the observer in for the timer clock, you're going to have a couple blocks of your choice, a lever on top, and that will allow you to control that piston and the clock for all the dispensing. And then one final hopper going into there with a chest on top. And that should feed all of your dispensers. You can fill that up with bone meal. That will keep all your dispensers full, and believe me, once those are all full, that's not going to need to be refilled anytime soon. And then on this side, we're just going to go ahead and fill in on top of these hoppers, just like that. And on top of these hoppers, just like that. Now the next layer, right next to your chest, you're going to put block of your choice with a button on it, leading back into a redstone dust. Ramp that up by 1 and put a repeater on it just to make sure the signal's good enough. Go down 3 more. Repeater into an obsidian block. I put these repeaters on obsidian blocks because they're kind of close to the blast radius. The TNT goes right there. It hasn't knocked off the repeaters yet, but I have actually had that block break, so I would still go ahead and put obsidian right there. And then behind this, we are going to fill all of this in the entire way. And right there. So now you can see we have a section of 3 with the TNT on top of the middle. A blank space on either side. And then a block over here. These 2 blocks actually help prevent these 2 TNTs from blowing each other up. And then down here, it's going to be the same pattern down here, except they're going to be a couple blocks lower. See if we go straight across. That row right there is 1 row lower, which is actually pretty important. Build all this up. It's pretty important because this TNT is going to blow up 1 block down and 2 blocks up and over. So it's going to blow a pretty big radius, and then this TNT is only going to blow 1 block down. Let's fill these in real quick. Like so. This TNT is going to blow down to this layer right here, which means all the loose items left from this TNT and this TNT will not get exploded by these 2 TNT. That's kind of the whole point of staggering the steps. Plus it puts them up higher towards the leaves so that we can get the remaining wood and all the leaves. And on this side, the redstone is the exact same, except the button is 1 block lower, and this whole line is 1 block lower. They mirror image each other. And the TNT does go out 2 blocks in all directions, except for in this case because we have a blast-proof block kind of softening the blow. So we're going to want 2 blocks above the TNT, because there is nothing softening the blow above the TNT, to be obsidian. Just like that. So the rest of the walls can literally be filled in with whatever block you choose. And that's really it. The final touch you need is, of course, stairs above your chest so you can open the chest. And you need a row of 10 obsidian up here that is 8 blocks off the ground. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So on the 9th block above your 10 dirt, you want this obsidian block, these obsidian blocks here, to keep your oak trees and your dark oak trees from growing too large for the TNT that we have set up here. And at that point, it's your choice whether you want to put carpet over these or just leave them as hoppers. I prefer the carpet, especially brown carpet, kind of matches the dirt. Or you could use green carpet, make it look like grass. The choice is entirely yours. But this has been Bell Methwin, bringing you another 1.14 Minecraft tutorial. Hopefully this works for you in your worlds and gets you lots of wood, saves you lots of time. If you liked what you saw, like, comment, subscribe, always appreciated. I really do appreciate the love and support, guys. And until next episode, I hope everyone has a great night.